Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Here in Tyler, Texas at the Tyler 7-on-7 state qualifier, and I'm here with the guy who drove a long way, the head coach of the Palo Duro Dons, Coach Eric Mims. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me, man. Bright and early from Tyler, Texas.
There you go. Now, Coach, first off, some folks might want to ask, how does Palo Duro from the 806 from Amarillo end up out here in East Texas playing in a state qualifier tournament? I think it's kind of a unique thing for you guys. How'd you guys end up out here?
Yeah, we typically try to play in 2 SQTs a year. Last year we went to Lubbock and we played in Arlington. Lubbock didn't have their tournament anymore. Last year we went to Arlington. We stopped by TCU and did the mega camp. So we were coming back to TCU again, and we were looking for a tournament in the area, and this happened to be the area. So we went to TCU yesterday, did the 2 p.m. mega camp, hopped in the car and drove it out to Tyler to play some 7-on-7 versus some opponents that we've never faced before and may never ever play again.
Kind of a unique thing. You guys will get some good work in when you guys are playing 7-on-7. What do you want to see out of you guys? We know it's not real football. We know the big boys aren't out here. The pads aren't on. But I know there's some things that you can take away to make yourself better on Friday night come the fall.
Yes, sir. It's not the full deal. It's not full contact. However, we can replicate some things that we do in the real season. You know, we run our playbook. We don't have a 7-on-7 playbook. Our linebackers
you don't have the 2-yard cross where a D tackle would be?
Well, you know, our linebackers are playing football. We're running our full scheme, so we use it as an install for us. And quarterback is getting tons of reads. Receivers are getting tons of reps. DBs are getting lots of looks. And,
breaking on the ball, those kind of things,
and
right?
then when we get to the physical portion of football, we'll add that element, but just working a lot of technique and fundamentals right now.
Your kids are doing football stuff. They were out at TCU camp, and they're together as a team today.
Yes,
and I know you love that as a coach. You want your kids to be together, kind of do some bonding, right?
Yes, sir. That's big for us.
All right, now the last couple of years, I feel like you're coaching at your alma mater. You're in your hometown and in your community where you grew up, and I feel like the last couple of years, you guys have made some steps in the right direction. I know the work's not done, but when you look at it, how do you feel like the biggest steps, and what do you guys think you need to do to kind of take it to the next level? You guys have been in the playoffs. You guys have been, Amarillo City champs, that kind of thing. But I know your goals are much bigger than that. And you've been around programs that have played for state championships. What do you feel like the next step is going to be, and what do you guys need to take care of in order to take those steps and win those playoff games?
We've got a full cycle of kids now that have done it our way. And I've got a good group of coaches and great kids. They work hard. Evident of bringing out 20 kids today.
Yeah, you got a full squad. You got all your guys here.
So the buy-in is there from the community. The buy-in is there from the kids. The buy-in is there from the coaches. So we just got to keep working and let the chips fall where they may. I think our processes are good. I think our kids have really bought in and they work hard. So it's just going to be a natural part of evolution, getting better and better every year. And we just need to take the next step this year and be better than we've been the last 4.
It's almost like I've talked to a lot of coaches who have made deep playoff runs. They tell me, that those margins, especially when you get into the playoffs, are a lot smaller. And it's a lot of the little things. The kids always think about the big things, but the coaches, little things make the difference, especially when you're playing other good teams. It's those kind of details and being detail oriented that you feel like you have to work on. And make sure your kids are cleaning up those little things, penalties, turnovers, those little mistakes, right?
Yes, definitely. We go back and do.
Sorry, it's a little windy, guys. The camera's moving around.
We
almost we're in West Texas. Yeah,
we brought the wind with us. Wherever we go, we bring that panhandle wind. Definitely got to clean up processes, man. When we go back and do inter-season analysis and we look at the 5 plays that flip the game and we look at the hidden yardages, special teams, and we find those things that if we do better, instead of being 5-5, we're 8-2. If we make this play here and we make that play there, we could be playing 2 or 3 rounds deep. So attention to detail, cleaning up those areas, coaching wise, getting guys to lock in and make every play. So, just those small things make big difference, and you address them in the off season and you address them in times like this.
There you go. Now, I mentioned you're coaching at your alma mater. You're in your community, the north side of Amarillo. Yeah. And when you got to Amarillo, I know you kind of had a hashtag neighborhood hero, and you really wanted to kind of restore a lot of that pride that I know existed in the north side of Amarillo for a long time. And I've been to Amarillo, covered games there, and been to y'all's games, and there's a lot of pride there on the north side of Amarillo. I know your work's not done, but in the time, have you had a chance to kind of take a step back and look and be like, you know what, we have made a lot of progress. Our work is not done. We're not satisfied, but are you proud of kind of what you guys have begun to establish in that culture and kind of restoring that pride in the neighborhood?
Yes, I think the culture is trending in the right direction. We've got the kids, and we're keeping our kids, so that was major for us. The whole neighborhood hero campaign wasn't about me being the neighborhood hero coming back to save the day. It's about what we've had in the past on the north side. It's about the Ziggy Hoods and about the William Thomases and the Julius Crosslands and the Devin Johnsons and the Eric Hodges. You know, there's a long list of my all-time favorite, Michael Westmoreland, Donald Shanklin. You know, it's a long list of guys that played at Palo Duro High School that were elite, and Palo Duro has been the best football team in the entire region before. And so that's what we're trying to build to. That's what we're trying to establish. A sense of pride on the north side is big, and not just for football, but I think, you know, football starts the school year, and then
it sets a tone, doesn't it?
Sets a tone for the whole school. And so we're just trying to get better and better and better every year. And the community's behind us, and they're rocking with us, and so we want to make the north side proud.
Well, I'll say this: you guys have one of the coolest logos in the state of Texas, right there. The Palo Duro Dons. Coach Mims, enjoy watching your kids compete today, and appreciate what you do for student athletes. Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Matt.